Macbeth by William Shakespeare is a dark tale of power lust and paranoia set in Scotland in the Middle Ages. Macbeth tells the story of a brave Scottish general who received a prophecy from a trio of sinister witches that one day he will become King of Scotland. Consumed with ambitious thoughts and spurred to action by his wife, Macbeth murders King Duncan and seizes the throne for himself. He begins his reign racked with guilt and fear and soon becomes a tyrannical ruler as he is forced to commit more and more murders to protect himself from enmity and suspicion. The bloodbath swiftly propels Macbeth and Lady Macbeth to arrogance, madness and death. Here are the stars of HES taking us through the journey of Macbeth. Scotland is at war. The wounded captain enters the scene. He meets King Duncan and Malcolm. The merciless MacDon world of kerns and gallows glasses is supplied. But brave Macbeth unseamed him and fixed his head upon our battlements.
God, said the king, the Thane of Cawdor began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom confronted him, and victory fell on us.
No more the Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
Banquo, Macbeth's best friend, is surprised to see the witches, and the witches prophesies that Macbeth will be the next king.
What are these that look not like the inhabitants or the earth?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis, Thane of Cawdor, that shall be the king hereafter.
Speak then to me.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. All hail, Macbeth and Banquo.
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more.
The king had happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. He bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor, for it is thine.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind, if chance will have me king. Why, chance may crown me without muster.
But King Duncan announces his son Malcolm as his successor.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, now we will establish our estate upon our eldest Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. From hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
I'll myself be the harbinger, the Prince of Cumberland. That's a step on which I must fall down, or else or leap, for in my way it lies.
Let's after him.
King Duncan proposes to make a brief visit to Macbeth. Meanwhile, Lady Macbeth receives news from her husband about the prophecy and his new title. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shall be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. It's too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, change me here and fill me with top full of direst cruelty. Lady Macbeth vows to help him become king in whatever means.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
Leave all the rest to me.
I have no spur to break the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition. We will proceed no further in this business.
Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and leave a coward in thine own esteem?
If we should fail,
But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we will not fail.
What? Not yet at rest? The king's abode.
Is this a dagger I see before me? I go and it's done. The bell invites me.
At the appointed time, Lady Macbeth gives the guards drunk wine so that Macbeth can enter and kill the king.
That which hath made them drunk had made me bold. Hark, peace.
I have done the deed.
Why did you bring the daggers from the place? Go, carry them and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
Look on it again. I dare not.
Infirm of purpose, give me the daggers.
Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand?
Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
I'll bring it to him. This is the door.
I will make so bold to call.
Macduff discovers the murder of King Duncan. Malcolm, son of Duncan, flee.
Oh horror! See and then speak yourselves. Ring the alarm bell. Murder and treason. Your royal father is murdered.
Oh, by whom?
Let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work.
I'll to England. This murder shaft that shot hath not lighted, and the safest way is to avoid the aim.
Malcolm is blamed for his father's murder.
Malcolm has stolen away and fled, which puts upon suspicion of the deed.
Then it is most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Will you to Scone?
I will to Fife.
Macbeth becomes king of Scotland, but he is plagued by his feelings of insecurity. He also remembers the prophecy that Banquo's descendants will inherit the throne and arranges for Banquo and his son Fleance to be killed.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep. They chid the sisters, then prophet like. They hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown. For them the gracious Duncan have a murder. Know that Banquo was her enemy, to leave nor ups nor botches in the world. Fleance, his son, must embrace the fate of the dark heart.
We are resolved, my lord.
How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest, till thou applaud the deed.
Oh, treachery! Fly, good Fleance!
There is but one down. The sun is fled.
Well, let's away and say how much is done.
Is it dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. Fleance is escaped.
Then comes my fit again. Thanks for that.
Macbeth sees the ghost of Banquo and worries his courtiers with his mad response.
Never shake thy gory locks at me. Avaunt and quit my sight. Why so? Being gone, I'm a man again. I will tomorrow to the Weir sisters. More shall they speak. For now, I'm bent to know by the worst means the worst. I'm in blessed stepped in so far that returning were as tedious as go over.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fair is foul, foul is fair, over through the fog and fill the air. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
Answer to what, I ask you.
Say, if thou hadst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call them. Let me see them.
Macbeth, beware, Macduff.
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks.
None woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then leave, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure, thou shalt not live.
Macbeth shall never vanquish, be until great Brenham wood to high, Dunsinane hill shall come against him.
Sweet Boardmans, good. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Shout!
The witch's prophecy that the Scottish succession will come from Banquo's son, Macbeth embarks on a reign of terror.
I'll see no more.
But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, sisters.
The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon 5. You edge o'er the sword his wives, his babes that praise him in his line.
What, you egg, young fry of treachery?
Murder! Murder! Murder!
Let us hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall in birthdom.
Macduff, this noble passion reconcile my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Now we'll together.
Malcolm and Macduff joins to lead an army against Macbeth.
Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered.
But gentle heavens, friend to friend bring thou the fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length set him.
This tune goes manly. Macbeth is ripe for shaking.
Lady Macbeth repents for her actions and she is confused.
Out, damned spot! Out, I say! What need we fear? Who knows it? When none can call our papa to account. Yet, who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands never be clean? Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of one's grave. Wash your hands. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed.
The conscience-ridden Lady Macbeth kills herself.
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow.
Gracious, my lord, I should report that which I say I saw. I looked toward Burnham, and anon, methought, the wood began to move.
I began to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham would do come to Dunsinane. Ring the alarm bell.
Macduff challenges Macbeth.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else, I have avoided thee.
My voice is in my sword, thou bloody of villain.
I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one woman born.
Macduff was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped.
Though Burnham would come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed, being of no woman born, I will try to the last. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him who first cries, hold, enough.
Macduff triumphs and brings the head of the traitor Macbeth to Malcolm.
Hail, king, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head.
Thanks to all at once, and to each one whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.
Malcolm declares peace and goes to Scone to be the crowned king.
Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland!
Now, I would like to introduce our characters. Apparition 1, played by Tanmay G from class 6C.
Apparition 2 played by Varun P from class 6B. Apparition 3 played by Vaishnavi G from class 8A. Murderer 1 played by Anmol Reddy from class 8A. Murderer 2 played by Kaushik A from class 6B. Murderer 3 played by Amit R from class 8A. Son and Captain played by myself, Yashashvi Rautrai from 7C. By Damira Shrestha from class 6C. Ross played by Yashashvi Todlabagi from class 6B. King played by Gautam S from class 10B. Banko played by Gautam Karthik from 8C. Malcolm played by Sujit M from class 10A. Macduff played by Nishan J from class 10A. Witch 1 played by Kenisha M from 7C. Witch 2 played by Nutana from 7B. Witch 3 played by Spurti Dotre from 7C. Lady Macbeth played by Tanushri S from 6B. Macbeth played by Charit S. Murthy from class 9A.